Hi everybody, welcome back. We are back. Just let a few people come on. How is everyone?
All good.
Oh, I thought you were asking everyone in the comments there. It's because I read, how is everyone? Yeah.
That was just
I
me.
thought everybody was going to put fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's how we're doing this stream now. You're just going to write all the answers on there.
Oh, they're asking about Vic.
So
we're hoping she makes an appearance.
Well, I'm just gonna just putting it out there that we did not chuck Vic off for not wearing an away shirt. That's not the reason why she's not here. We had so many comments. I did Vic not get the memo and everything, but yeah, we didn't actually plan that. We didn't. Vic is working in London today, so hopefully, if she gets 5 minutes, she might pop on. But so far, she's not with us.
Not with us. Although she's trying to buy an away kit, wasn't she, with the money off, I think?
Yeah, the third off, yeah.
You can't say that. Did you see that comments about that we only had them on because there was a sale on or something?
I know. I literally bought them whenever it came out. I was there on like 8 a.m. in the morning trying to buy one in the queue. But no, we're representing a birthday boy tonight.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to the cat.
I know. How do we say it in French?
Do you know what? I'm learning French.
Oh my God. Look at that. Darren. Yes, that was me.
What was yours?
Yes, that was me. How random.
Oh, you're famous. Did
you should have asked my autograph.
You're already getting spotted, Lucy.
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
It's like Emma Jones or somebody.
Oh, you've got the tits for it.
They're down here. It's not that kind of show.
1 anniversary.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Lisha, the cat. Very colour coordinated.
Oh yeah. What has yours got on, Tash?
I've got the
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, way up.
It's not. Well, not that Oh, right. Should we? Right. Let's have a look. Virgin Wi-Fi problems. No, I think.
Yeah.
No, yeah. We can't give any advice. Lucy was too fat to play football.
I was at school.
What was your reason, Rihanna? I was like, every time I took a step.
I was Paddy Kenny, but 5 foot tall.
Oh.
Oh dear. Right. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. So, Lucy has got something special for us tonight.
Kind of. I'm channeling my inner Gary Neville with my diagrams.
I love it.
I wish we had a touch screen.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe when we get a bit bigger, we'll have it. My new worktop has a touchscreen laptop now. I'm like, love it. Fingerprints everywhere. But yeah, so let's start it off then. So they had an early goal. It's not the first time we've lost from an early goal, is it? It seems to be quite the occurrence at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe we had a chance in the first 25 seconds? I remember writing on the group chat, 25 seconds, get in, we're going to smash this. We're already having chances. And then they got an early goal and it was the most boring game ever, in my opinion. Yeah. So what do you think? If we got that early goal, Rhiannon, what do you reckon? Is it a different game?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you give a good stat, I mean, the same sort of stat is that because we score early, we don't. I mean, we very rarely lose, don't we? So I think it definitely would have been a different game. I think we would have got our confidence up a bit more. I just thought we just played shocking, didn't we?
We didn't really turn up, did we?
No,
No,
not at all. I think we were always that sort of one step behind them during the whole game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
there was no flair. We just didn't get going. It weren't the leads that we used to. It wasn't exciting. It was so boring. I mean, that was due to Aston Villa sitting back a lot. But
yeah.
So let's talk about the first goal then, Lucy. Show your talents.
But you've got a copy, haven't you, of the diagram?
I've got this one if you want to talk about this one, but we didn't get the other
one. So obviously El Ghazi is taking the corner first of all, so he's taken it. So before this kind of diagram, you've had it where Tyler should have kind of been tracking Watkins, but he kind of gets away from him, slips and still puts a cross in. But you can see here how Costa's just on the wrong side of his man there, where the ring is. I'd be doing my Gary Neville right now. And then you can see straight away on that next bit how he's just completely not tracked him all. And we've got to give credit to El Ghazi. I mean, what a touch on that ice rink.
Oh my God, it was beautiful. That first touch and then bang, straight in. We can't really dispute that. That was a great goal. But yeah, I think, like you say, Costa should have done a lot more. He didn't even see him going, did he? He's just in there. I thought Costa could have done a lot better. It looks like he's been shot in that diagram by some weird line. Oh, I love your drawings. I don't have the other pictures. I didn't have time to put them on.
That was just literally just for that goal, but the other ones are just our like very minimal chances that we had. But yeah, like you say, it was just shocking. There was just no intensity. I feel like we really dropped off. I don't know if the pitch is a problem, as in we just couldn't commit because of the pitch, and I just don't know. It's just like roulette every time we play or another side plays on it. I don't know. It's really bad. Is that you? Is that you? What's happening? Is it me? Because if I turn it down, I can't hear anybody. I'm getting old now.
Can you still hear me? Should I talk louder?
No, can you hear me? Is it all right?
Yeah. Give it a sign, Lucy.
I've completely forgot what I was saying.
No, it was the pitch. So how was it? 200k, wasn't it? God.
Yeah.
I think the pitch is really bad, but then I don't know. Like, we've managed to win 3-0 on it against Southampton, so why not again? I think
everyone was slipping on it, weren't they? Whether it was done on purpose or not.
Yeah, we'll get him some ice rinking skates, shall we, next time? Just
because didn't Bamford say after a game? I don't think it was the Southampton game. It might have been the one before, that he had to have rugby studs.
Yeah, he did.
At half time.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah, they've definitely pulled our pants down with that with that pitch, haven't they, Tottenham?
Yeah.
So there's not much to say about this game. It was so boring. I literally switched off. I just, in my brain, not the TV, but I was just I thought, okay, right, second half will definitely come out and, change things up like we have done in the past. But it was just really, really, really boring. I mean, give them credit. They had a game plan. They stuck to it. They come out. They got that early goal, which helped their game plan. And then they just sat back, didn't they? They changed their midfield to what they normally have, and we just couldn't get past that midfield. It was they made it really hard for us. It made it hard for us to create.
We can't break, can we, against teams that sit back? So I think, because didn't you look into how many early goals have led to a loss for us? Because I think when teams then sit back, we can't break them, and we love teams to come at us. And I think, like, we've had the Man U game in the first couple of minutes, and our heads don't completely go because we still like carry on, but I think sometimes it's a bit of a shock to the game plan, and I think they struggle to find a way back sometimes. But how many games was it now? There's quite a few, wasn't it? There's
I think there's about 6, wasn't there?
Yeah, where we've lost it, conceded in the first 20 minutes. I think there's been like
So I've got
Leicester, Palace.
Leicester at 3rd minute, Liverpool 4th minute, Man United 2nd minute, Crystal Palace 12th minute, Brighton 17th minute, Everton 9th minute, Villa 5th minute, Arsenal 13th minute. So, what? 8 games we've lost if it's like, you know, from 70 minutes or less. It's not good. So we need to make sure that we don't let that happen. I mean, just pointing out the obvious, you know. But yeah, I mean, the only, I mean, we're scraping the barrel here, aren't we? But the only positive that we got is out of it was Llorente, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's just a fantastic passer of the ball. Imagine him with Calvin and Rodrigo. I just think teams would really struggle against us, and it was so frustrating, that result. But you've just got to think, look who was out, and yeah, Llorente still put a good shift in, as good as he could. And yeah, it's still hard not to be disappointed, but I just think, look at what we're lacking. And against a top side, I think Villa are a top side this season. I think defensively they're really strong, like that Konsa and Mings, the pace. I think that phased Bamford out of the game as well. I don't think he could get in behind the final man, you know, like he did against Leicester. And yeah, it just, everybody then had a quiet game, didn't they? There's like nothing to really write home about, is there?
No, I mean, Bamford didn't really get the service, did he?
No.
At the game, like the battle was lost in the midfield 100%. Like we just couldn't break through. So if you can't get service to your striker, what can you do? I mean, the biggest shocker for me was the lineup. Was Costa.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you about that, Rhiannon, because obviously you were really shocked about that. So
yeah.
Do you think, I know everyone's been saying Harrison has been a bit quiet lately, but do you think he deserves to be dropped? I mean, it's quite a statement considering Bielsa never really drops, even when players have been shocking in the past. Like they've had quite a long run of being bad until they get good, and he still sticks with them in. But yet he didn't seem to with Jack Harrison. I don't think it was that fair. I don't think it's that bad of a game. I think he's just been playing more defensively since Phillips has been out.
Yeah.
But he had to cover for maybe a few players. And defensively, he's done really well. He's just not been that forward, that attacking. So do you think that's why he put Costa on? Rhiannon, what was your thoughts?
Well, I don't really know. I definitely would have kept Jack Harrison in, if I'm being honest. Like, even though he's had quiet games, I still feel like in the start of games he can be effective. And also it helps him being on the field. So then Rafinha can start on the right side where he's more comfortable. Because when Costa started, he was on the right, wasn't he? And then Rafinha was on the left. And I just don't think Rafinha's that effective on the left-hand side. I know Rafinha had a bit of a struggle of a game, but obviously everyone else did.
Yeah.
But still, I think to give us the best chance, do you know what I mean? To start Rafinha where because he plays the best.
You need your strong players to be in their strong positions. Like, make everyone else move around them. What do you think, Lucy?
Well, I think Costa's a bit of a super sub, isn't he? I think we've learnt that he's more of an impact player. And I was shocked that he didn't make subs at half time, you know, like he has been doing, like he subbed Harrison straight away. So I just thought they were going to bring Harrison on straight away. And obviously he featured just a little bit after half time. But I just think at the moment you're seeing the ones that are Premier League and who are Championship for me, and it's so inconsistent because I think Tyler Roberts had a great game last time, and then this time I just think like that chance on my diagram I can't do my thing, there is where he kind of blasts it at goal. I think that's very like Championship. He needs to be more composed in front of goal instead of smashing it at the keeper. Make the keeper work, like roll it down the side.
Martinez, he's a world class.
Yeah,
he's a really, really, really good goalkeeper. You can't just smash it straight at him. It's just not going to happen, is it?
No, it's just not making it work. And there's a couple of chances like that now. And I think Costa did in the Wolves game where he just smashed it straight at him. And that's the fine line between Premier League and Championship. But it's like, who else have we got? That we've got what we're working with, haven't we?
Even that fine line just between Rafinha and how Roberts would finish, like that. It just, like you said, we need them players now that are going to make us better, and I don't think they are. I think they make us where we are at the minute. But if we want to be pushing again, we need better players in like that.
And I think Roberts looked frustrated with himself. I think when he got the booking, because he just lashed out and just got fed up. I think he knew it just wasn't his night, but it wasn't anyone's night. Like,
no, they were equally all as bad as each other, weren't they?
There's no one, is there? I think with Ayling, I think his delivery were quite poor at times. And I read a comment where somebody said, if Ayling had been like a signing, would you be impressed with him, or are we impressed with him because we know how far he's come? And I thought that was quite an interesting point. I mean, I love him, but it was just something I read because people were discussing that.
That is an interesting point, but I think it's a little bit harsh because I do think he's one of our best players this season, definitely.
He did look good when the bobble came out, didn't he?
It's flowing.
It's like a year ago when we were last there when the came out.
Memories. So Llorente then, what do you think? How do you think he performed? Lisa.
Like I said earlier, I think the passer of the ball that he is, he's just amazing. He's just going to shine in like a proper side. I think he's struggling at the moment. They're all everywhere. But I thought he had a good game apart from the dramatic Oscar-winning performance.
Oh my god! Do you know what they should have? Like, that should be in the induction pack when they come to Leeds. They say, right, this is what you're not to do here.
Yeah.
But it just makes me laugh, like how, like Jack Grealish dives about all over every game, right? And yet all the Aston Villa fans were like, oh my god, look at Llorente. First it was Bamford, now Llorente, and blah blah. It's like, come on, like they've only done it once each, right? How many times has Grealish gone around diving left, right, and centre? He's just, So I just thought, but they should have like a welcome pack to Leeds, and that should be like the number one. Like, you do not do this at Leeds, right? This is not what we're like.
He made a miraculous recovery.
Yeah, I think the boys would have told him after saying, "Nah, mate."
Well, we've seen it before in the Amazon documentary, haven't we? That they like absolutely ripped into Bamford when he did it. Yeah.
They're going, oh, that eye looks sore, mate.
So hopefully
but I think they were all at it, weren't they? There's that Mings clip going round where he like just falls to the floor, and that Target was putting in a few dancing lights performances as well.
I saw that, because wasn't it when Melier was up for the corner and then and then he was nowhere near the ball, but then Mings went down holding his ankle.
It's that one. It's so funny.
Sorry, Vicky's in the chat, and I'm just like, I don't read the chat, and I'll just go, oi.
Oh yeah, she's in the chat.
I'm just
she's commenting on asking if I'm hiding my roots. Yes.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
Her head's not open.
So she's a letdown, basically. I think she's hiding because last time we said we'll blame her if because we was all making predictions, and we said we'll blame Vic if
because she was confident
we
were going to win.
Suddenly not made an appearance, huh? Oh dear. Right, I'll just sorry. I'm really bad at multitasking for a woman. Sorry, Vic.
Oh yeah, it's so true.
What have we got? Oh, I've got a fan.
Oh, he's gonna see you in the park sometime.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah, we miss you. We miss you and your big gob. So next game then, are we all agreeing that Costa just doesn't start and Harrison
yeah,
starts? Yeah.
Because he's like Gianni, even though I'm like Gianni's biggest fan. To me, he's somebody that you can just bring on. I think people slag off Gianni, but I think he did all right coming on at fullback. It was like more mobile, and Dallas moving into the middle, I think it was a little bit better. So I think it's just them impact players like Costa and Gianni, and obviously Pablo as well. Yeah. He's just got 20 minutes in the tank, hasn't he? Bless him.
I'm just like, every time I even hear his name, I'm just like, oh, he's gonna I just wish that like Pablo would just score an absolute screamer, like just before or something. Like just
he came close though, didn't he? Against Villa. He came close to scoring against Villa, didn't he?
Yeah, little bits of magic.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he'd score it though, but he skied it.
What are we thinking about Click? Because obviously everyone's very on the fence or one way or the other with Click, and I'm seeing a lot of people hating on him at the moment.
I don't think he deserves the hate.
No.
I just like, because he's done so much for us.
I think as well, he's trying to cover a lot of like where Phillips isn't there.
Exactly. I personally thought he was quiet during Villa, but you made a good point, Lucy, about how like he was feeding the ball through midfield, and obviously him being quiet, he's obviously focusing on his defensive part of his game, covering Phillips. So he probably wasn't as noticeable as he usually is. So.
He didn't have a lot in front of him, really, did he? But he kept making a few little layoffs and a few like unselfish runs, and I think he was all right compared to maybe other games. But I think a lot of people use him as a scapegoat. I think he's one of the first ones you see on Twitter, don't you? His name comes up immediately. But he's carrying an injury, isn't he? I think he needs to be something that's running about, and you can tell he's a bit lagging at the moment, I think.
Yeah, there's just something not himself there, isn't it? And like, I don't know, maybe when all the teams back together again,
whenever that day is.
Yeah, it's so hard to analyze these situations when we have so many injuries, because they're playing different roles, they're playing different positions, they're doing different jobs than what they're used to. It is hard. It's hard to compare them, and then when you've got these games where the opponent sits back and you can't break through, is that the player's fault as such?
No, I think it's just Bielsa's way, and he's somebody who will take responsibility as opposed to blaming the players. So he will say 9 times out of 10, this plan, how he set up, is going to work. That's his belief. It's where he is where he is. So I think when it doesn't work, it's not anybody's fault. I think it's just the way we set up against everyone. We're just identical, aren't we? Against everyone.
Does that make us easier to be figured out, do you reckon?
They say that, don't they? A lot of managers, even last year in the Championship, said they've got us all figured out. But it's just our fitness prevails, doesn't it, in the end?
Yeah.
Nobody can compete. Because was it that video that went viral of the Southampton fan saying we burn out, and then somebody made a montage of all the like last sort of 20-minute goals or something.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I saw that. It's really good.
I've not seen that.
It's really good. I think they play like circus music of us just like banging them in like the 80th minute and stuff. But like you say, it was just the most boring game ever and so frustrating to watch.
Yeah,
it's really difficult.
I'm like looking at my notes and I'm just like, I don't even know what else.
What else is there to?
Yeah, they never really gave us a chance to settle, did they? Villa. I mean, we didn't. I think the overall thing here is that we just couldn't create. I don't know. Where do you think that lack of creativity comes from? Who do you think we need to see more from, or is it because who's missing?
I think it is, isn't it? Who's missing? I think Rodrigo. I just think you really miss him. I've been speaking to a few people on Twitter as well about Forshaw. I just think there's such a Forshaw-shaped hole in that side. There's some games where he would have excelled, and I don't feel like we've properly replaced him on the grounds that we still have him. But I think somebody said it's been 17 months now.
Wow. I mean, he did so good in the Championship in that the second season, and with Bielsa. I said that's so weird. The season we went up at the beginning of that season, he did really, really well, and was like I was really excited about him. It was such a shame what happened, and like you say, we didn't really. You don't even know how. We still don't know how long he's going to be out. We've replaced him. It's
such a strange one, I think, because people say, they see him walk into training. He's always in his kit and stuff. I don't know if he's like his agent is the same agency as like the likes of Vardy and quite some big names, and I don't know if there's just something going on there. I think he's got another year left, I think, has he? It's just really strange. I find it baffling. It gets swept under the carpet a lot, doesn't it?
Well, because didn't Bielsa say like a couple of months ago that he was sort of ready to come back in training, and then literally the next week, like we don't hear anything again, and now it's been like silent on Forshaw, hasn't it? But then obviously you see like Popey's like tweets and stuff, and like Forshaw's like right at the end, like saying,
afterthought.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think we're necessarily lacking creativity, because I definitely think we should be playing Pablo as like an impact sub. Like he definitely, I don't think has the legs for 90 minutes in this Premier League. But yeah, I think we need to get the likes of Rodrigo back, because some of his like goals and the runs he did to get him set up into them positions to score them goals were just incredible. So we need him back ASAP to boost that creativity.
Just missing
just missing him, because like he worked so well with Bamford, didn't he?
Like, amazing.
So
they just go. I think when our lot get injured, they go down so easy. They're out for ages, and I don't know if it is, the intensity at which we train and play at. Them comments where you say they're made out of Weetabix and things like that. Like sometimes you think they are.
But you make a good point, because a lot of people say that the intensity that he trains at, but then he also wants a small squad. So
it's so hard. Because I love him and the man can do no wrong, but
he's good
sometimes.
So I don't know if Strout was injured, because only Klitsch really mentioned it in the interview, and he said that he came off because he was injured. So I don't know.
I don't even know. Is that true? I just think he has a bad game in this fixture. The last one, he got like subbed immediately, and He's just a bit lost in that role, isn't he?
Well, Strike was playing Strike, however you pronounce it. I
Is
always
it
forget. Strouk. I can never even know how to pronounce it. Yeah. He was playing CDM.
He's just not.
He can't play. It's like putting a square peg in a round hole. It's not going to work. I know we're trying our best because Phillips is out, but like I heard off another podcast, and I totally agree with them, the fact that Bielsa has created this CDM to be specific to Phillips, and it works for a reason because Phillips is playing in that role, and we've sort of built the team around Phillips.
Yeah.
And as soon as he comes out, we just sort of feel a little lost.
Yeah. So
no, I was just saying, just some games we managed to patch that up, but some games it's really obvious. And I think Villa was one of them.
Yeah, I think as well, like the next game's going to be hard because they play through the midfield.
Oh, God, so I'm absolutely dreading it.
Let's go on about West Ham then. Like I say, they attack through the midfield, so it's gonna be hard. I mean, not having Phillips there, we're just all over the place, like you say, with like the CDM role. If Strouk, he can't really play that. But then who do you put in? I mean,
I think Llorente would do great there.
Yeah,
with his passing ability.
I mean, I think Lucy's right because when we played against Southampton, they swapped around a bit.
Yeah.
Like Llorente came more forward, then Stroik went back, and they just kept swapping over. And I think that worked really well. The fact that they were helping each other out. So yeah, I think Llorente should be playing in the CDM role.
Do you think the formation will have anything to do with it? Like, we seem to be playing 4-1-4-1, or
I think Sky never know. They just have a guess and stick it wherever, don't they?
It gets. I mean, you can't really say about that, can you? Because it just changes all the time, and they're always swapping. But oh God.
I mean, they absolutely annihilated us at home. I think it was one of our poor performances. Well, not poor. I think they were just excellent in the home leg. It was that awful Click penalty that he had to retake. If you remember.
But that's also the period where we were really shocking at defending corners as well, and they got that second goal from a set piece.
They're really
your head
good
just drops, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're good at set pieces. They're good at crossing. You know, they're good in the air. We're not. We were bad at all of them. Now we've got Rafinha. We're a bit better at set pieces and stuff. But it's gonna be difficult.
And I don't know what their injury woes are like. I know that in goal they had Fabianski was due to start against City, and then they put Randolph in, but he was just coming back from an injury. And I watched that game, and I think he hurt his thigh again, and he couldn't take the goal kicks, and they had Dawson take them for him. So I don't know if they're looking a bit. I don't know what it's looking like.
If you've noticed, the last two times we're like, like Grealish and Cash are out for Villa, and then before that, who is it? Wolves were like I can't say his name now. Jimenez is out, and blah, blah, blah. Whenever we say, they're out, we do shit.
Yeah, and I think Bielsa says, I want to play a strong side. Yeah. And I think sometimes we up the ante a bit against those kind of sides, but I just think they are looking very good at the moment, and they've got Lingard now, and I think he shines in that side. And you've just got like Ben Rama who could come on and haunt us.
I always said, like, I wanted, like, when Ben Rama and not Ollie Watkins got sold, and I was like, why did we not go for them?
Oh, I know.
I mean, Rhiannon, you mentioned whether they would fit into our side or not, didn't you? But I mean, there's still brilliant players out there.
But I think mainly Ben Rama was just solely because of his ego.
I think, is that why we didn't go for him?
He wouldn't last 2 seconds with Bielsa. He wouldn't.
I think they said that, didn't they? I think we were going to sign him, and that was an issue. I read
because he released that that holiday video on Twitter,
and
that was his.
It.
It was shocking with his Rolex or whatever it was, with his hair being cut, and I'm just like, dude, just stop! It looks horrific. You're just embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
Oh God. And then you've got Bowen, haven't you, as well? Who I think when he played for Hull and he came to Ellen Road, he didn't look anything special to me when we beat them. Obviously, he was firing them in the Championship. I think he's found his feet a lot more this season than last season. But I just think they could carve us apart, and it's in London. And it's Monday night, and I won't be able to sleep. If we win, I won't sleep, and if we lose, I won't sleep. So
we play 3 London clubs in a row,
and then April's not looking amazing as a run games.
Like we've got it's West Ham away, isn't it? Yeah, West Ham away, and then we play Chelsea at home, and then we've got Fulham away.
Fulham away. Yeah. So do we believe in the London curse, or?
I honestly don't see us getting anything from Fulham.
I think
not like losing. Sorry, tell lie. I reckon we'll probably get a draw. I can't see us winning.
Oh really?
I just can't. I mean, look at us in the Championship.
But we only lost because they had a dodgy penalty, didn't they, in the early stages? I think.
I miss going to Fulham.
You what?
I miss going to Fulham. I like going there.
Oh wow.
We did like I just think it's a really cute ground, and
it's lovely, isn't it? As in, it's just so.
We always have a really good up there. Like last time we went on the boat, and that was just amazing. That was really funny. Like the guys had their asses out when they went past Big Ben, and I was just like,
oh my God. Pulling Moonies to Big Ben.
Yeah, it was fun. And my mate was like, I said, oh, I've got a spare ticket in that, and he was like, oh no, it's all right, I've got one in the Fulham end, and all this, and he was like absolutely steaming. And then he got in the Fulham end, and then it was like 1 minute, and he was kicked out. And it's like, Tasha, we've got that away.
Oh my God!
I was like, no, I got rid of it.
Oh my God!
Oh God!
But yeah, there's people saying the London curse is real, but I don't know if it's at the time. It's the caliber of team that we're playing. They're either a top side or they're in a run of form. Even in the Championship, when we lost to Charlton, they were kind of doing all right at the start of the season. They had a full squad. It obviously ended a lot of careers in our side, that game. But I just think if you list your London sides, we've either been really unfortunate, against Millwall, was the Berardi sending off that shouldn't have been, the Fulham penalty, and then in this league, you've just got all your top sides, haven't you?
And West Ham are doing really well as well.
There's not a bad London side, in my opinion. So it's not a curse.
Yeah.
it's just they have a lot of good teams.
I mean, they're fourth, aren't they? And they're a fourth. Yeah. I mean, the fourth place for a reason. They've done well. You can't take anything away from them.
Yeah, absolutely insane job there. It's highest London club, but. Yeah, it's trying to find something positive, isn't it, going into the game? But I just think with all the injuries we've got, it's so difficult.
Yeah, it is. And like you say, they're fourth. They've absolutely been smashing it this season. I think they've taken us by surprise a lot. Like Everton did at the beginning of the season. But yeah, West Ham just managed to just keep going. They're just smashing it, aren't they? And I think, like you say, the London teams we've had this year, what has it been? Chelsea, Arsenal.
Who else have we blanked out of our heads?
Tottenham.
No, God, I think that's one at last games we like convincingly won, isn't it, under Mourinho? As well. I think everybody raises their game against us, and also they have to set up differently. I think they really go for it, because I just think Chelsea did that to us. Never played well again after that. He lost his job. Mourinho's on thin ice. It's just something. Oh yeah, somebody's put Palace. Yeah, God, Palace away with the VAR horrendousness as well.
Yeah. So let's have a look. What have we got? So what do people think then? What's our predictions for West Ham? Put them in the comments. Yes. All right. We haven't won in London since 2017. That's not that long ago.
Was that the QPR game?
Yeah. Was it 3-1?
I saw on Twitter that we'd only won in London in 6 years. One game, one win in 6 years.
The last
game
yeah. Wow. God.
Yes. Smasher like. I'm sorry. I feel like I've been really depressing this one. I don't know.
It's hard. Like, we're using this as a therapy session to talk.
About. And then Vic's not here, and she's like the gobby one.
Yeah, she's the fun one. She's the fun one as well.
She's the fun one. She normally gets us all going. I mean, Rhiannon put on some music before, didn't you? And we had a little sing along.
I think it's just so hard, because I think the last 2 seasons we're just used to winning week in, week out.
Yeah.
And I think I went into the Premier League with no expectations. I just thought, it is what it is. Let's have a crack. It's Liverpool first. But that first game against them, I was just so impressed. And then I was gutted when we lost, because the highs and lows of that game. Yeah. And then I just think we've done so well that it feels more disappointing when we now lose. And we're not used to the highs and lows. I'm used to just winning consistently. And I think as fans, we need to remember how far we've come and to enjoy it. It's fantastic football. Well, apart from
that I mean, you make a really good point. I said, like, before to Jack, I said, like, we've gone used to being the big dogs, and now we're like medium dogs. We're like, we were the ones who, like, you know, we used to like smash most games. We had that. We were fighting for something, and I don't know now. Like, obviously, we've got like everything to do with Corona and everything, so not being there doesn't help. Not enjoying it as much in that sense. But it's just, we've not really got that much to fight for. I mean, we fight in a way that we're trying to prove ourselves, and like say, we play exciting football. So we're ones to be talked about in that sense. But yeah, it's a bit.
Well, like you said, we want to be there. We want to be there. And I don't want to be at West Brom at the last game. I want a proper Premier League fixture.
But I think we've got a lot to be like thankful for. Like, we shouldn't feel like disappointed with like a loss.
No.
In the grand scheme of things. I mean, you're right, Lucy. Yeah, like all of us were like used to winning and fighting for something, and like we're 11th in the table, and it's our first season back. Like,
would you have taken that?
I'd snap someone's hand off straight away. But I think the pundits don't help either. No. The pundits treat us like we're not newly promoted either. Like, they think, right, Leeds is back, and it's like we've always been in the Premier League. So every time we lose, you've got bloody pundits, like, well, wannabe pundits like Gabby saying, "Oh, they're falling apart now." I'm just like,
straight away.
Like, you're not saying that about Liverpool. You're just giving them excuse after excuse after excuse. The fact that their defense is falling apart, but God forbid our defense that hasn't been a solid 4 in the whole of the season. No, we don't get that leeway. We don't get that benefit. Yeah.
And like they didn't with Sheffield when they came up and they were smashing games and everything. They were like getting praised and like,
Well, no, you're going to anger lots of fans there, because because I've got loads of mates that are United and Wednesday fans. They hate it when somebody says just Sheffield.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I saw somebody who did it the other day. Or was it Klopp? And he said Sheffield, and I thought I was going to rile them up because they hate it so much.
Yes, I know how to piss off Sheffield fans.
Because Hal on Before the Whistle Blows gets so riled about it.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, because he's a Blades fan, so he's like, it's not Sheffield.
Yeah, because you don't say like Manchester, do you?
No.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm gonna keep saying it now. No.
Keep saying it.
Yeah, Sheffield. Sheffield.
Yeah, we don't want to do a Sheffield next season.
Which one? Oh dear. I'm sorry, I'm losing the will to live on this one. Right. What have we got? Can we say something really positive? I feel like I'm really depressed now.
What can we say?
What can we say? The fact that we have to think about it.
You're the calm one with all the positive vibes and everything.
But it's just hard, isn't it? Because we've started doing this like podcast thing, and we've only won out of the 4 that we've. So, like, give us a break. We're having to really scrape the barrel, aren't we? With things to talk about.
Can you get back onto Bielsa and write him another strong-worded letter? Because it worked last time.
Yeah.
And just say, can you win for the sake of this podcast? Because, like, you're giving us nothing to talk about.
Do you know what? I was so relieved because we won against Southampton. I was like, thank God we've got something to chat about, like, properly. Like,
it made me laugh when we lost, and like straight away Rhiannon was like on the voice note, what do we even say on Tuesday? Can we all call it sicky like Vic?
I literally said, I think we should open up the stream saying that was shit, and then the end, and then just shit off.
Yeah. See ya.
I know, because I said, come on here tonight, and you know, it'll be therapy, get it out, and then we can have like positive vibes for West Ham. But then when we're breaking it down, we're like, oh God, how do we beat West Ham?
Like, and then
that's the positive. Look, Michael has put Berardi's back.
Yeah,
that's the positive of the week.
He had 45 minutes, didn't he?
Let's go on to off the pitch.
Off the pitch.
We need like a little tune to go with this. Off the pitch. Right. Okay, this is a serious start.
I love this.
This made me laugh. Ailen's let his down. Let his head down. Obviously had enough of this shit. This meme. Oh my God.
Love it.
The best hate.
I should have ended on that one because the rest I think are quite depressing again.
Oh no! Oh, this one. Oh, he's doing a Pontus.
He is. I mean, Pontus got absolutely slated for it, and then Rafinha does it, and we're like, oh no.
Oh God! It's his full initiation into being a Leeds player. You've got to have a photo where you just look absolutely heartbroken, like Bielsa. You know, like Pontus, that's when you know that you're Leeds.
But like, next time, so can you just, position yourself? Yeah, that's right. Look a little bit more moody. Right, that's it.
That's it.
That's one for the Leeds book. So we have got, Berardi is back. He did a whole 45 minutes on the under 23s. And Vader was on it as well, but he did not start, unfortunately. So we don't know how he went on there. But you
had to pay £3 to watch this.
Oh, is that what? So Rhiannon was saying, why did they not stream it? That's
you could pay, I think, through Palace, and it was £3.
It's a good job we did. Well, we lost 2-0, didn't we? So it's a good job I didn't pay that £3.
Was it? I can't even remember. I know. Did Somerville get sent off?
Yeah, he got 2 yellow cards, I think, in the first 45 minutes, apparently.
Yeah, God.
So he got sent off.
But yeah, Pervaded didn't get on this. Oh, it's the birthday boy.
So we've got to give him a birthday stat, and a big hats off to LUFC Data on Twitter. If you haven't seen it, check him out because he just fires them out.
99 saves. That's incredible. And people are still bitching that Kiko should come in. God, shut him up.
Please.
This is just amazing. Yeah, and what at that price as well. What was he? 5 million or something?
5 million.
Yeah, just absolute bargain.
Oh,
happy birthday to you.
Superman.
Superman. Oh God, is that all we've got? We've already talked about that one.
There was my Gary Neville thing.
We've not even got much off the pitch because when we lose, no one makes that many memes. There's never really anything that funny. But yeah, we'll leave it on this then. We'll hopefully,
fingers crossed,
we're set to come back. So yeah,
I think so.
I think it's got to the point now where I was like, I'm just gonna stand outside with like a microphone and just get a little thing going on.
I think my dad got a letter through to book his vaccine this week, and he went on and he purposely picked Ellen Road to go this Friday just to like go.
Well, I had Rhiannon on loudspeaker the other day. I got lost around Leeds.
Oh yeah.
So the motorway was shut, and I was on the phone to Rhiannon on hands thingy. So yeah, I weren't like hi. But yeah, I just got lost, and I had like 3% left on my battery, and I'm like, Rhiannon. And then I ended up going past Ellen Road, and I was like, this is not a bad like lost trip to be on. And then I was like, oh, the peacock, and I was like, oh, this, oh, that. I was like, oh, and then I did the Leeds salute, and then I was like, oh. I just like stopped the car and was just like looking through the window, like.
I cannot believe.
When you think of them like movie moments where they're looking out the window and it's raining, and you're just like. What? I was just like there, like looking at it, talking to Rhiannon, like, oh my God, it's Southside, I can't wait. I want the burgers, I want the beer being spilt everywhere over me. I want people flying into me, giving me bruises everywhere, and
I know. I even want the toilets where the hand dryer doesn't work. Like, I just want to go in there.
I don't know if it's freezing in the cop stand, but oh my God, the South Stand toilets, they're just
and absolutely disgusting. Women are vile in that ground. I don't know what they do in there. It's awful. And I'd even pay to go in there right now.
I'll even lick the toilet seat. No,
but yeah, somebody's saying it's 1 year on Sunday since we were there. That's just unbelievable.
That's insane. It really is.
And I always remember when I went to it, obviously this was in the news at the time, and they were like, just make sure you don't like touch anyone or high five anyone. And then like Aileen scored, and we're like,
and doing that, and when the players started doing that, we was all like, silly, what are they doing?
And then just like limbs everywhere.
Yeah, and like just Huddersfield was the last game when it was. I remember coming on the on All TV, and I was like, oh, what would we do then if fans weren't allowed back in the ground? And I remember like Joe, Oscar, Benjamin Bloom on, and like Jack, they're all sat there laughing at me, and I'm like
no, I just never thought it would happen. Like my dad, we went to that game, and then he went away to Seville, and he just made it there. And they were kind of just locking down, and he went, oh my God, what if I can't get home on the Monday to go to the Fulham game on the Wednesday? I said, I don't think it's happening, Dad, this Fulham game. And lo and behold, it was like, what when was it? June or something it got played. It's just unbelievable. Can't get over it. And the fact we missed it all, and I know.
As soon as we can, I swear they're going to get that bus back, because like
that bloody bus.
I'll do anything to relive that moment. Oh my God, I was like streaming,
crying. They'll be putting it all around Leeds city centre. Just
Matt, I had like I had like a funny thing with that bus because when we actually got properly promoted, I did go down to Ellen Road because I only live up the road. So I went down and obviously it was manic. But then when we won, they were saying, stay away. And I thought, right, you know, we need to be sensible and stay away this time. And then on Twitter, everybody was going, there's a bus around the corner. And I'm like, no, they've said, like, stay away.
That's what I didn't like.
I hated it. So then I did this, like, rant on Twitter going, you've made me miss out. And then my comment got pulled for Look North, and it was all for Look North. And they're going, there's this one angry fan, Lucy.
But that's true though. Like the club shouldn't have come out and said there wasn't going to be anything, and then put a bus on. Like,
I know. So you went, and then I hated people like you.
I was like, right, that sign says no beers past this point, like glass, whatever. It doesn't say anything about not coming in. Like, well, actually, I went to the pub, and then it was like we just got promoted, and I was like, not just got promoted. When who was it? West Brom. No,
Huddersfield.
Yeah, when one against
they beat West Brom. Yeah,
and it was just dead in the pub. Like no one were like really cheering or anything. It was just like, yeah, okay. And then like Jack was on his phone and he was like, oh look, some people going down Ellen Road, and I was like, hello. You're like, what? I was like, people going down Ellen Road.
Yeah.
I can't now. We're like, go. Yeah. So that's
that was me, and we went down, and then I think like we got blamed for a spread, but Liverpool didn't get blamed for a spread.
And then funny because I was like had marching on together like proper blaring out, and he was hanging out the window and everything. Like, I was like beeping, and then I was like, hold on a minute, I can't stop this car because he was like climbing out the window, and I'm like, all right, I need to park up somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, it was a great night.
We need a big, huge feck-off party, like.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, the whole Leeds, like all up the car parks and everything, and we just need to make it insane.
But I've been told that I'm not allowed back because we won the league in 1992. So my dad started taking me when I was 5, and I've been ever since. And ever since I've been, we've never won anything. We've never achieved anything. And then obviously COVID happened. I wasn't there to witness it. And so everybody around me said, you can't ever go back because it's your fault. You're the curse.
I'm agreeing, Lucy.
And I'm the curse of this podcast as well.
Oh dear. Oh. Sorry, I just went on a rant. But yeah. Oh, me and Jack are actually doing a little something next week, and it's called Fan Cam Throwback, and we're going to go through all the fan cams for the last 2 seasons that we've been going together anyway, and since we started doing it. So we're just going to do that, have a laugh about it. Or I think we're going to do that next Wednesday. I think Johnny's letting me have a break in there. He's taking a little bit of time out with all these million of things that him and Oscar have got going on. So yeah, he said Wednesday's free. I'm like, all right then.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we're going to go through that, so make sure you all tune in on that. Yeah. So what do we do predictions? Are we doing?
Oh my god. Well, what did I think I said? I was hopeful for 2-0 against just Bean, so I don't know what I dare say for West Ham. I'd love to get a draw personally. I think that would be such an achievement, but I'll be brave and say 1-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1-1. Yeah,
I was gonna say 1-1.
Okay, all round there then.
All round 1-1.
Yeah. Okay.
But you just cannot be sure.
In our heads, we're like, we're gonna get annihilated 10-0. Or we're all like 1-1, definitely.
Yeah. 1-1. It's that like meme thing where you're like, I'm fine, and there's just fire and you're in hell. It's fine.
Oh, I love that meme. Like me for everything, just ignoring my life, like all my responsibilities, like.
But I think it's a good job we are where we are with the run that we're about to go on. So for these fixtures. It's going to be tough.
I mean, the good run that we're going to go on, and
let's hope so.
Teams, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I know you were saying unsure about Fulham, but I'd like to think we could get something there.
To definitely get something there, but then we beat them before, so
yes, let's hope so. I know. I wonder who's on Monday Night Football. You know, whoever's the main guest, because that makes or breaks the program for me.
It'll probably be Hasselbank.
Oh, they are.
They'll break the program.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The thing is, I really enjoyed seeing Beckford on for our Sky. Are we Sky again, or are we BT?
I never know until like 2 minutes before I'm putting it on.
Obviously it's Sky Monday Night Football for West Ham. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we shall see who it is. I want like a Redknapp Roy Keane argument. Did you see that the other day?
Oh, I love him.
I know, it's so funny. But we shall see. Yeah. Oh, let's pray.
Yeah, we take the top spot on Sky Sports, and Chelsea Everton is on BT.
Oh God!
At the same, oh no, they're 6 o'clock. We're 8 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, I hate it. I hate BT.
We want the 6 o'clock kickoff. Did you see that? Like we've been smashing them like every 6 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
Been winning quite a lot.
But it's late, 8 o'clock on a Monday is way
and then they
too
screwed
late.
us over the week after. Well, the same week. They screwed us over by putting us against Chelsea, BT Sport at 12:30. Early kickoff. I hate early kickoff.
Oh,
I hate it on Saturdays.
Yeah. I was going to say you can't commit to doing anything in the day, but you can't do anything anyway. So
yeah. You ruined my busy schedule. Now stand up 10. Washing my hair at 12.
Oh, I'm changing my pajama bottoms.
Special ones out for today. I'm not going to get them washed in time. They're not going to be washed and dried in time. Everything's ruined.
But we've missed Vicky as well, haven't we?
Really missed Vicky.
Yeah.
Next time
not the same without her.
Another day because it's just not the same.
She's the glass half full person, and she'll have had a glass of prosecco.
She'll definitely have a glass or something. Yeah. Right, we'll leave it there then, girls, and we'll just do the awkward bye.
We'll do the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with. I always say.